Hey everyone, it's me again, and I have a kind of get ready with tutorial for you today. It's sort of a hybrid between a tutorial and a get ready with me, just because I was originally just gonna do my makeup and film other videos because I wasn't sure how well my makeup was gonna turn out, but as I was doing it, I was like, hey, this is actually turning out kind of really pretty, so I should be filming it, and I went ahead and filmed it kind of like halfway through the process. So you guys are gonna get to see a little bit of my creative process when it comes to creating looks, and you're gonna get to learn how to do this gorgeous, glamorous holiday makeup look. I wasn't really going for holiday at first, but that's what it ended up being like. I used a lot of burgundies and kind of peachy toned coppers, and a nice vampy lip, of course, because I cannot live without my vampy lips. I love how this came out. I think it's perfect for a holiday party because it's just glamorous enough to make you look fierce as fuck, but it's not so over the top that you're gonna walk up in a really fancy holiday party looking like you're going to the club. You know what I mean? So if you guys wanna learn how to get this gorgeous, glamorous holiday makeup look, then just keep on watching. As you can see, you've kind of caught me in the middle of my makeup. I wasn't sure if this makeup was going to turn out very well, so I waited. I was like, let me not film at first because this might turn out badly. But it ended up turning out really good about halfway through me doing it, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and film anyway. Fuck it, you know? But you guys will still be able to get the gist of things. The few steps that I didn't film on this eye are actually really simple, and I'll just walk you through them. Now to continue with our makeup already in progress. Basically what I did is I used a transition shade. I primed, I did my brows, I did my foundation, the whole nine, and I used a transition shade from the Tartelette matte palette, the first one, and I used Force of Nature, which is this like light kind of browny pink shade. I threw that in the crease. You're probably not going to be able to really see it all that much by the time you're done with the look. I then went into a palette I haven't used really at all yet, which is the Lorac Unzipped Gold. I got this some time ago. You can see it in my haul up there. But I hadn't really gotten a chance to use it, so I was like, let me pull this out, because I'm so guilty of buying a bunch of palettes and eyeshadows and things and then never using them, so I'm trying to dip into the older things in my collection and give them a little more love. So I went in with Unpredictable, which is this kind of pinky gold shade right here. It's got, you know, it's definitely still gold on the eyes, but it has this kind of pink reflect. It's almost a duochrome type color. I love it. And I basically smushed that all over the lid, threw it in the inner corner too as a highlight, works beautifully for that. And that's basically it. That's all I did so far. So you didn't really miss much, luckily. So now I'm gonna go into my Melt Cosmetics Lovesick eyeshadow stack, and I'm going to use the shade Lovesick, which is their deep red color, because, I mean, obviously it's not anymore as you guys are watching this, but as I'm filming this, it is World AIDS Day, so I wanted to kind of incorporate red into my makeup somehow. And we're just gonna smush this all over the outer corner, in the outer V, kind of lining up with the lower lash line, because we're going to put it on the lower lash line too. And we're going to be putting this really like all over the place and into the crease a little bit as well. Now the thing about red eyeshadow, I've mentioned this before, but in case you're new here, the thing about red eyeshadow is that it's really kind of a toughie to blend sometimes. Now this one I don't have nearly as much trouble with as I have with other red eyeshadows in the past, but it can still be a little bit of a tough one to blend, so best advice I have for you is to go really, really slowly. So pick up a teeny tiny bit of product and then put it on your lid, focusing first where you want the most product to be. So like out in the very, very outer wedge of your eye, and then slowly tapping as less product is left on your brush. So since I've already got one eye done, I'm just kind of looking between the two of them, because my eyes, along with the eyes of everybody else in the world, are two different shapes. Unless you have a perfectly symmetrical face, which, you know, practically no one does, your eyes are going to be slightly different in shape. So if you use the same application with both eyes, it's gonna look different. So the easiest way is to look dead on in the mirror and kind of adjust as needed to accommodate for the different eye shape. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sonia Kashuk 109 and just fluff it all in here. Circular motions, windshield wiper motions, just everywhere. And that's gonna blend out any harsh edges, any lines, anything like that. Now I'm carrying this pretty high in the crease because my creases are very deep. I have deep set eyes, so I've got a pretty heavy crease, which means that if I just put product in my crease proper, most of the time you're not gonna see it. It's not gonna really make any difference. So I carry my shadow up a little bit more in my crease. You don't have to do that. Obviously adjust this look to your eye shape as needed. Now this look isn't just for holiday. I mean, you could use this pretty much anytime, honestly. It can be easily transitioned from day to night. Since I blended a little bit of my red away and I kind of lost it a little bit, I'm gonna tap a little more into that outer corner. And that's the best part about blending, really, is that if you blend too much, there's really no such thing as blending too much, because if you blend too much, you can always bring more color in. It's like I've said in multiple tutorials, you can always add more, but it's really, really hard to take away. I'm gonna go back in with my shade from the Unzipped Gold palette, Unpredictable, again, just to kind of help blend between the red shade and the lid color. And you can go back and forth with that as much as you need to. I'm pretty happy with it for right now. I think the blend has become very soft and diffused, and I'm thrilled with it. So now the lower lash line. Honestly, I've been so like out of sorts lately. Am I the only one? I'm blaming the change of seasons. But I'm gonna take a Real Techniques accent brush and a little of Lovesick. I'm gonna start on the outer edge of my eye, connecting that red shadow up. And we're gonna build that up a little bit and leave a little gap in the center. I'm gonna take Amelie, which is from the same Lovesick stack. It's this beautiful kind of peachy gold shade, and I'm gonna use my accent brush again, dip into that deliciousness, and I'm gonna pat that right in between those two colors. I didn't use Amelie on the upper part of my eye at all, and I don't really know why, because it's a gorgeous color. Wonderful. Now, for liner and lashes and all that good stuff, liner-wise, I haven't really been using eyeliner a whole lot. I tend to stray away from it. I did put a little bit of brown in the lower waterline just to kind of ground the look, because if you put red eyeshadow underneath, like on your lower lash line, but you don't have anything to kind of ground it there, it can make your eyes look a little bit irritated and it can make you look sick. So this is the Milani Liquid Eye Pencil in brown. And I'm just gonna take this, you can use any brown liner you have, and I'm gonna smoosh it in the outer waterline. That's done. For lashes, I opted to not use false lashes for this look just because, to be quite honest, I did not feel like messing with false lashes today. I've been having really bad luck with my makeup lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a change in seasons. I've just been all out of sorts and out of practice, and my skin's been like not agreeing with me. But if you want to use lashes, absolutely go for it. This is a great look to wear lashes with, and that can turn it a little bit more evening time if you're using this for date night or for a fancy dancy holiday party. But I'm just gonna put mascara on. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. So there you go. I have been baking, now for the face, I've been baking my foundation a little, so I'm just gonna brush any excess powder off anywhere it might be. Baking, people are treating baking of foundation and concealer and stuff like it's some kind of new trend, and I'm just like, girl, drag queens have been doing it forever. And burlesque performers too, to a certain extent, although not as frequently. Now, let's see. This is the part where things kind of go a little bit get ready with me, because I really haven't thought about what I want to do when it comes to cheeks. I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna contour. I'm gonna go ahead and use a mix of this shade right here and this shade right here to carve out my cheeks a little bit. Not gonna go too ham on the contour because I'm actually wearing this out today. A friend of mine and I are going shopping. So I want to keep this pretty, what is on my face? There we go. I want to keep this pretty natural. I'm gonna get rid of my double chin real quick, makeup lipo. So I don't know when this is actually going up, but depending on when this goes up, I might already be in the States. Justin and I are taking a trip home to spend time with family, but never fear, my content will still be coming hard and fast and messy, just like we like it. So contour is done, just a little simple kind of light contour. And now I'm gonna bronze, I think. I'm gonna take the brown shade, which is that one right there, and I'm gonna put this on the backs of my cheeks. And this is a Real Techniques blush brush. I love this brush, it's so fluffy. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to see hubby buns off to work. You know, normal life stuff. That's why I didn't want to call this like a tutorial. It's really more of a get ready with me kind of thing, because life is not stopping for me today. Now for blush. What do I want to do? Do I want to use blush? I don't even know that I really want to use blush, but I'll try. I mean, I'll do maybe like a mixture of that one and that one. Teeny tiny tap of blush. That's the microwave, don't mind that. Faye's been getting raw food treat supplements because she is spoiled, and we had a little blood sugar scare with her some time ago. So I've been trying to kind of spoil her rotten with treats that will also be good for her. So I'm not really taking this on the apples of the cheeks, I'm just taking just that one deeper color. And I'm just taking it kind of in the middle of the back of the cheek. I'm gonna leave my apples pretty much bare, just because my face looks better that way. Blush is on and blended. I think that looks pretty good. We'll keep it like that. I'm gonna take my yellow highlight over here, and I'm gonna take just a tap of that, not too much, and I'm gonna put that kind of on the triangle of my face. I don't like to use too terrible much of this because it is quite brightening, and it can make me look a little bit pasty and a little bit cakey if I use too much, but luckily these powders are as such that you can build them up, like they're not super pigmented right off the bat. I have a review for this palette. You can watch it up there, because I want glow. I'm gonna go with Mary Lou, as always. My microwave is talking to me, but I'm gonna go with Mary Luminizer, as always. So did you guys get any good Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals over there? What'd you guys end up picking up? Because I heard Cyber Monday was like the biggest online shopping day ever in history, which is crazy. I only took advantage of a couple deals. We actually, Justin and I really dropped the ball on Black Friday. Like, we didn't do anything. You know, Black Friday is something that he usually gets really excited about and, you know, like, goes out late at night or whatever, but Japan doesn't really do Black Friday because Thanksgiving isn't a thing, so there was nothing going on off base, and then the exchange just didn't have a whole lot of compelling deals. I mean, most of what they end up putting on sale is just electronics, and we have plenty of that stuff, so. Now that I'm good and glowed up, I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray just to alleviate some powderiness. And set my face makeup. Oh, I love that stuff. You know, I thought since it was drugstore, it was gonna be, you know, somehow less good or not as good as the Urban Decay All Nighter, but I actually like it better than All Nighter. It's, I don't know, it's not as drying, like it's not as super matte, but it does the job. All right, so now for lips. What am I gonna do for lips? I have no idea. No. I feel like a vampy lip would be good with this. We'll do this one. I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood. I haven't used this one in a minute. And once we apply that, we'll do a final look over and just make sure that we have everything where we want it to be. But I love this shade, it's so pretty. Okay. All right, so this is the kind of daytime version of this look I came up with. It's a little bit softer. It's good for like a festive work Christmas party. You know, it's still festive, but it's not super crazy or super deep. Now, if you do want to turn this look from a more daytime look to a more nighttime look, one of the first things you can do is add false lashes, because that's a really easy way to kind of switch things over. Nice, my ferrets are playing. But what you can also do is deepen up the outer V even more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Dark Matter eyeshadow stack and I'm gonna take Enigma, which is a much more brown red. It's like a true burgundy, honestly. Like, see that makeup brands? That's what burgundy looks like. I'm just gonna take that on, what do I wanna use? Take that on my little crown brush, pencil brush, just very lightly. Because again, this is another product that can be a little bit tough to blend if you put on too much at once. And I'm just gonna put this on my outer V into the deep, deep crease a little bit, but not too much. And then with that Enigma color, once your outer corner is deepened up, you can take the same shade and stick it on the very outside edge of your lower lash line. So long story short, you're basically putting Enigma in most of the places you put Lovesick. I'll go ahead and show you guys a side by side. So you can see it's just a little bit deeper, a little bit vampier, a little bit darker, and a little more nighttime. So now that I have two eyes that look completely different, I figure I'll keep them like this just so you can see the difference between the day and the nighttime looks. Let's do some awkward posing. Awkward posing. Looking down, looking forward, looking festive. I hope you guys learned a lot from this tutorial about how to create a perfect, festive, glamorous holiday makeup and enjoyed kind of working with me through my process. If you did enjoy this video, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I upload every single Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!